Oh my God. Look at it. It almost caught on fire, and on the backside, Jesus. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Nian, or you can call me Alex, and welcome to this story time that I'm going to present to you guys. Now, everyone liked the other story time that I presented, so I'm going to go into another, Grindr story that I've encountered. So this one's more intense. So if you guys want to go ahead, grab some snacks or some tea or whatever, because we're gonna sit down and we're really gonna get into this story because this is very prolonging. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. This story actually happened years ago. So the events that happened 2016 or 2015 when this happened. So pretty much I met this guy on Grindr. Whoopee. We did the whole exchange and everything, but then what he told me in the messages that he was saying I can host, come on by, bring this, bring that, the whole exchange, met up at his place. We did the whole ABC 1, 2, 3 and everything, right? Fast forwarding, he messaged me again, just wondering, hey, we should hang out sometime, I really like, and all this and that. And I'll admit, he was a pretty cool dude to know that, I want to fuck with him just to be to see where this leads. But that was just purely it. It was just 100% sex. So he told me that he's single, and then he claims that, he says that he's straight, and he's just, I forgot what he told me that he was into, but he was into something, but yeah. He also invited me over. He was to say, hey, I'm having a get together, let's hang out at my apartment. And I was just okay, sure. So I met with him and his friends. When this get together happened, I noticed that there was a pregnant girl there. And I went up to her just to be hey, is everything okay? Just starting to talk to her. I'm do you need anything? I was just trying to be wholesome. Me and her vibed off quickly because she was just oh, yeah, no thanks, or blah, blah. And then we were just talking. So what was crazy is that when I was talking to her, the Grindr boy came over and he was just hey, I see that you met so-and-so. She was just oh, this is my boyfriend. And I was just oh, so y'all are together. I was just okay, I did not suspect that. And then, looking back at it now, I'm just really? I kind of seen it. It just talking about it now, it's dude, you're just so full of shit. I remember that he was telling me, hey, don't leave. He was just hey, can you stick around and help me clean up for the party? And I was just yeah, sure, whatever. Everyone was leaving slowly out the door. And then he was even telling me hey, can you stick around? Cause I want to talk to you. I'm okay, sure, whatever. I already know what he meant. He wanted to talk to me. And I decided to confront him to be so I thought you were single. I thought you didn't have a girlfriend. By the way, I forgot to mention, she's 6 months pregnant. So he was just oh, I thought it was no big deal and blah, blah. And then he made it about him oh, I don't have to tell you everything, blah, blah. And I'm just dude, if in the end, you fucking lied. So it's I don't understand. You're right. You don't have to tell me anything, but it's you're also being shitty for you want to saying you want to vibe with me, you want to do this, that, all that shit, whatever, right? So don't don't try to twist my words about it, right? I'll admit that he was over here wanting to do that, and I'll admit, yeah, we ended up doing that. Fast forward a couple months, that me and the pregnant girl started, becoming close, and she would always want to Snapchat me to be oh my God, Alex, you're so cool, let's hang out. I had to drive all the way so far, many towns, and she lives in this wonderful, nice, area. And I my close friends know this, once I say this, but it's this nice, beautiful neighborhood, everything that, you fucking name it. She was telling me oh, you're such a great friend, Alex, I want to she's I've never had a gay friend, but I'm so glad that I met you. And I'm just red flag, woo, but I didn't, listen around that time. So when that happened, I started feeling guilty because she's over here saying all these things, but then I went to go to Grindr guy to tell him, hey, I'm not liking what I'm doing because I'm feeling guilty. Like, I'm really feeling 100% guilty about what we're doing. And then he was completely invalidate my feelings. He was just like, oh, we're just having fun. We're just friends. Like, I mean, so what? Like, you know, what, like, he even said the cheating line, like, what she won't know, like, won't hurt her. And I'm just like, dude, like, I feel guilty, like, this and that. He's just like, come on, blah, blah. Like, you know, you like this. It's like, let's have fun. And I'm just like, dude, like, you don't still get it. Like, I still feel this type of way. But it was just, it just led to no point. So I just gave in, and I was just like, okay, you know what, fine, whatever, fuck it. After that incident, I don't know if it was like weeks or days later, I was starting to feel really super guilty. So I ended up texting her. I was to say, hey, is it okay, like, if I could come over? Like, I really want to talk to you about something. And she told me that, good thing, perfect timing, I need you to help me build this crib, blah, 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 blah. Went over, helped her, but then she was over here telling me, like, I'm so glad that you and so are friends because, like, you know, he doesn't have that many friends and he only has 4 of them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, So I was still feeling more guilty about, like, about that stuff. So I decided that I want to just rip it off, like, as a fucking Band-Aid, and was just like, hey, girl, like, I just want to let you know that homeboy is cheating on you, and yeah, and it's with me. And at first she was just like joking about it, like, oh, you're just playing Alex, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, like, we've done it, and I know how big and, like, everything is. At first she was just like, oh, you're joking. And I remember this, like, I fucking remember this. Like, she's just like, oh, Alex, like, you're just playing. And I was just like, I'm dead ass. When she switched up, like she just, like, bam. And next thing you know, she started cussing at me, like, from head to toe, and was just like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, blah, blah. She called me every curse word, every slang, every homophobic comment that she said to me. And she started throwing shit at me. And then the one thing that is engraved in my mind that I will never forgive her is that she said that you're just like every gay guy sleeping with their boyfriends and blah, 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 blah. I'm over here storming out her house. Last thing that she told me while I was, like, running to my car was that she's like, you're the reason that he's not gonna see his daughter. Maybe hours later, I get a text message from him, and he was just, like, telling me through the whole fucking paragraph, was just like, why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you say all that things? Like, dude, like, I cannot meet my daughter now. Like, I really blah, 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 blah. And I'm over here like, dude, you can't pin this on me. And he was trying to fucking pin this on me. He was just like, I can't believe you destroyed my fucking family. He's just like, after everything, like, he was trying to gaslight me. And I was just like, you know what? I'm fucking blocking you. Like, what the fuck ever? Like, I don't need this shit. I was just like, clearly, you're the one that's cheating, and you're the one that's wanting this stuff. I understand what I did was, like, I'm the wrong, but I admit my fucking wrongs. But you're over here still wanting to do shit with me, but then it's like, you also want to, like, do other shit. It's like, you can't, like, that's the thing. It's like, you can't have both of us. Like, but he was just still, like, fucking crazy or whatever. The crazy part was, like, I think that was, I don't know what year, I don't know if I mentioned it, like, year, but this was, like, years ago when this happened. During COVID and during 2020, this bitch actually wanted to reach out to me. That she told me that he actually died from COVID, and she apologized, like, for all the things that she said. And she also sent me pictures of, like, her and her daughter. And I'm like, girl, I understand, like, you just trying to want to make amends, but it's like, also, I'm not trying to hold a grudge too, but it's like, why would you want to do all these years, like, you want to reach out to me, say, like, so-and-so has died, and I'll give you respect for that, like, you know, all that shit, but it's like, it took you that long, and then you want to admit your wrongs to me, like, you want to admit your wrongs of what you said to me, and it's like, all of a sudden, like, I'm now coming into the picture. Like, I understand that, like, you know, may he rest in peace. Like, you know, I know he would have been a good dad. And then she told me that, oh, he was a great dad. I ended up blocking her because I'm like, you know what, I don't want you to communicate with me, nor associate with me, nor want to even talk to me like in any other way. I don't even want you following me. Like that's how it is on my social media. So it's the whole story time for you guys. So go ahead and leave a comment, leave a like, and also subscribe. Let me know what was your favorite part of the story, or if you want to discuss this or anything like that. But until then, I'll see you guys next time, and also be careful out there. Bye.
Okay.